It's trust, a little, as another, as I'm better again.
Wow, that was gorgeous.
Like that. That's what I call scatty, because you scat to show someone there's a bigger song here, and today I want you to trust it, because I want you to trust the bigger picture. It's March 13th. We're trusting the bigger picture.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it is.
Now, you're not going to believe it. Bloody hog in the limelight. It's Epictetus.
Epictetus?
Easy for you to say. Whenever you find yourself blaming circumstances, flip your perspective and you'll see that what has happened aligns with reason.
Wow. There's a few different ways you could take this, but I want to maybe make this episode a bit more actionable.
Okay, mate.
And give some tips and tricks for people that are listening. So when we think about that and we think about human biases, we are wired for negative information. Okay, so what we do is we do something in sales called negative framing. So the way that we ask a question will go for no rather than go for yes. And I've been working with somebody recently, and they were hitting a lot of gatekeepers, and they were ringing people up and going, "Hi, is John in today?"
Yeah.
And that leaves it open
Rather
to.
than.
And then, so what I said, just try this for me. John's not in today, is he? Different kind of question. John's not back from lunch yet, is he? So how do you invert the question? How do you flip it round so that you're going for no? So where do you see this work?
I think an area that people will find really useful is on price, right? This comes up a lot. Price, where do you bring it up? How do you do it, right? So there's a couple of different ways. We might have talked about this before, but just to reiterate, when you're delivering price, if I was delivering it to you, you've told me how much does it cost, I'd say, well, Jack, I hope you're sitting down. It's going to be a lot more money than you are willing to spend. Probably, God, I'll be honest, someone from what you've told me that's in your position, I actually don't think you'll go for this, but no, I really, really big it, a bit of drama behind it. And then when I go, it's $1,000, they go, oh, right. But what I've started doing is going, I'll tell you, but if it's ridiculous, you've got to tell me. Yeah, go on. So I say, so it's $1,000, but as I say, you might tell me that's ridiculous. Every single time they go, that's not ridiculous. No, that's not ridiculous. But maybe the traditional salesperson will go, it's only $1,000. For a limited time only, it's £1,000.
Yeah.
They deliver it like that. And I think you'll find that framing things in that way, you get a much more honest, receptive response. I do it everywhere. I do it with, closing a call for a meeting rather than going for when looks good next week. I'd say, I'm guessing it's a bad idea to find some time next week. No, it's not a bad idea. Feels so much different. And the reason for that is, think if I start to try and persuade you and push and go for a yes and try and force you into, if I could make you 10% better, what do you think about sitting down with me? All that sort of stuff. You feel viscerally like, oh, I want to kind of push against that. But no is safety. Room to say no disarms the chimp in the brain. There's not that fight or flight response of I'm being pushed into something. Going for no is a really powerful thing. Give me some other examples where you use it.
Can I give you an example where I've used it in my personal life? I used it with my partner recently. And
I like this.
You like this one. So we were walking around the Trafford Centre. Other centres are available. And she wanted to try a blank street. Other streets are available.
Is that a euphemism?
It's not a euphemism. It's basically it's a coffee shop. It's a competitor to Starbucks. And I got a little iced black Americano. And when I say it was probably the strongest, best iced black Americano I've ever had, I probably mean that, but I'm also quite fickle and I understand myself. But it was really good. But I know that my partner, she doesn't like black coffee. She likes matcha. She likes stuff like that. And I wanted her to try it. So rather than saying, will you try this? I knew that she'd say no. So what I said is, I just held it and I went, it's a real shame that you can't try this.
Very good.
And she just grabbed it and she went, yeah, let me try it.
And what about the coffee?
She grabbed it and she enjoyed the coffee. She actually didn't like it, and that's the reason she doesn't like black Americano. But I think
you manipulated her into drinking. So the name of the
I influenced her. No, but I think it's just I often start, like, if I'm inviting people to come on the podcast or reaching out to people, I'll write stuff like, would you be up for it? And then I go back and I delete it. I go, how do I rephrase that? Is there any reason you wouldn't want to?
Yeah.
How against joining us would you be? And I just reframe that, so I give people that option of no, because safety lies with no.
Exactly. We open podcast requests up for guests with not another podcast request, or probably the worst request you ever got. That stands out more than just like pleading and please come on and look at the listenership we've got and all that sort of stuff.
Please don't do that.
Please don't do that. So loads of different ways you can use no. I'm going to give a couple to round it off, all right?
Please.
So open the call up. You can hang up or let me have 30 seconds. That's an immediate, I'm going for a no. Yeah? Then I'm going to lay out some problems for you. Here's 3 problems that I get invited in to solve, but you might not have any of them.
Great.
Going for a negative straight away. No, we have some of them. And then some part of the call, they will give me here's problem, symptom, and all that sort of stuff. And I'll start saying things like, I'm guessing you've found a few different ways to fix it and probably all working really well. No, not at all. We've tried a few different things, but they haven't worked. Okay. Well, so based on that, it's probably a bad idea to sit down next week and see if we can help.
No.
No. No, 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 there's no sales calls.
No, thank you. I've been Jack Frimpson.
I've been Zach Thompson.
Remember, you will die.
No, no, no.